Jets. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. On play action, here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and a yard, Tua. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Wilson's got it complete. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The Jets at 4-8 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Quentin Williams
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To try again after the sack. Tua. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick. 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Looking to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 6 yards away. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Give left side here for Nwangu. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Going underneath for Lewis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They run with Lewis out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Tua now on first down.
And He's got his man on the out route. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Out left and complete to Thornton. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a third down and 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Rolling to his left. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Mega.
Tua, the final shot before half. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Play action, now it's Tua. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lewis between the tackles. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Dumps it off to Lewis. Down inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Steps away. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They've been stopped twice at the one. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal?
Go red. Go red. Watch it. Sit. Cut.
Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Let's go now.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Tua on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Wilson's got it complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the court. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jim. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn
it all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. He'll drop to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Again, he finds more. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Set, go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.